Hi everyone, today's book review is Sarah Dessen's Once and For All. Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Like I said, today's book review is Sarah Dessen's Once and For All. I got it a long time ago. I got it when it came out and I read it pretty quickly, so that was good. But let's start off with what this book is about. So Once and For All is about a girl named Luna, and it is the summer before her senior year, and she is working with her mom. Her mom is actually a wedding planner, apparently one of the best where she lives, and so everybody uses her. And during that time, she helps her mom out, goes to all these weddings, you know, figures out basically that love isn't what everyone thinks it is. That love isn't all roses and sunshine and kisses and happily ever after, and that weddings are actually not that great. Basically, she gets to see the business side of weddings, and her perception of love changes, especially because her mom and her mom's best friend William, her mom Natalie and her mom's best friend William always make bets after the wedding, basically trying to see how long the bride and groom are going to stay together. And so she has just never really believed in love, especially because her and her parents split when she was little, and they went from being hippie flower childs to this businesswoman doing wedding planning. And so she just, like I said, she just has a misguided view about what love is, or she has her own view about what love is to her. That is until she meets someone. She meets someone and at a wedding, which goes against her rules of meeting anybody or dancing or, you know, being a part of the wedding they're working at any point in time. So she meets somebody at the wedding, and that is when her life changes and her perception changes on that is when her perception changes on what love really is. Actually, I can't say much more than that because the rest would be a spoiler. So now that was the spoiler-free part. So now this is the spoilery part. So after a time, while her and her mom are working this wedding, they have an older bride who's getting married, I believe, for the third time, and basically the bride has a son who is just reckless and just really full of life, and he just is not helping out the wedding process. So in order to help out this wedding process, Luna has to catch him down. His name is Ambrose. Has to catch him and literally drag him back to the wedding party, so that way he's a part of this wedding. And then, but after doing such, Natalie, Luna's mom, is also planning the wedding for the bride's daughter. So they're trying to figure out what to do with Ambrose to keep him out of the way. So what happens? Natalie ends up hiring Ambrose, and now Luna is stuck with him, and Luna and Ambrose are just opposites. Luna, you can tell from the beginning of the book, Luna goes through some sort of tragedy, but you're not quite sure what it is for a while. You're not quite sure what it is, but Luna does go through a tragedy, and it changes her forever, which she has every right to be changed by this tragedy. I'm not going to give that away. I feel like you need to read that part. But Ambrose doesn't know that. Ambrose doesn't know that she's gone through something so fundamentally altering in your life and personality. So he just believes that Luna is surly for no good reason, that Luna doesn't want to date for anything, or that Ambrose on the other hand is a serial dater. You know, he will go out on dates with anybody, he'll find a way, he has fun, but he doesn't believe in commitment. So through it all, they decide to make a bet that Ambrose had to try and be in a relationship for a certain amount of time, for a few months, and Luna had to try and be a serial dater. basically, to try and get her out there and have fun. She thought she was gonna have her best friend to help her, but then her best friend, who is all about partying, having fun, and making memories, all of a sudden ends up in a committed relationship, and so now she doesn't even have her wing woman to help her out. But anyway, but they both start to do their dating challenge, and through it out, they basically end up finding each other. I mean, come on, it's a Sarah Dessen book. That's how it works. They end up finding each other by the end of it all. But whether that's in actual friendship or relationship, I will let you find out, because they weren't really friends for a while. So I'll let you find that out. But what I thought about this book, I love Sarah Dessen books. She's probably one of the few cult contemporary books that I read. Like when she comes out with a new one, I'm gonna read it, because I don't read that much contemporary anymore, just because I don't know, I guess I've grown out of the high school romance, and instead I have delved into the fantasy world, because who grows out of fantasy, right? And but I'm not gonna say that it's different than any of her other books. I guess I'm gonna say it's different that no one was getting physically abused or anything like that, but you know, the main female still has to go through some serious hardships and pain and suffering to find love. And so that's kind of, you know, the basis of just about all of her books. And they all take place in the same area and stuff like that, but it's still good. It's still well written, and I kind of like the timing, the going back and forth through the time ages. I like that. I like the way it was done, because it kind of it keeps you wondering what happened. Like the whole entire time you have a feeling that something happened to Luna, but you don't know yet, instead of just outright telling you, which is what I really liked about it. And so it keeps you wondering what happened. You start having guessing, you know, it starts hinting at things that might have happened, until finally she lets you know what happened, and then you're heartbroken too. But it's not tremendously different than any of her other books, and because of that, you know, it's still like 3.5 stars. Just because it's not different. I feel like I've read this story by her multiple times now, even though I still love her. I still have a special place in my heart for Sarah Dessen. I still remember when she came to Pittsburgh when I was in college, and I made sure I was at that. I'm pretty sure I have a throwback video of when Sarah Dessen was in Pittsburgh. I mean, look at it. Look at it. You see that lighting? That lighting is god-awful. But this is when I was a part of BookTube, before BookTube was this big, and then I stopped because I was in college and I didn't have the time to do it. But I still remember that, and I was super excited recording the whole thing and just being pumped about it. But anyway, I'm rambling now, so that means this video is over. So if you read it, let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. If you're a Sarah Dessen fan, let me know what you think about this book compared to her others. If you haven't read a Sarah Dessen book, I recommend you pick one up. My favorite is this Lullaby, actually. That is my favorite book by Sarah Dessen. But let me know what you think, or if you liked it or if you didn't like it, what you didn't like about it, what you liked about it. I want to know. So tell me. If you want to know more about the books I'm reading, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button if you liked this video. Follow me on all social medias, especially the Instagrams, because that's where I'm at the most often. And until next time, keep turning the pages.